Hello guys, welcome to Vince Vlog. So for today's video, we're going to talk about how we can make it easy, how we can make it uh, uh, the steps or make it the solutions for the engine hard starting. There's a lot of people suffering on this type of problem. So for now, we're going to find a good solutions for that. How we can make the steps to find this problem fix as easy as we can. So there are two types of engine that we're going to do it for this type of troubleshooting. How we can make it this problem solve as easy as we can, as I said. So now I told you we have the mechanical engine, and we have the electronic engine. So there are differences of these two on how to make it this hard starting solutions will be easy. So we will go outside and we will start to explain how we can make this problem easily fix.
So first thing you have to do that you have to make sure that the battery is full charge. So how to do that one? You have to make sure using your multimeter, and after that you have to check from your module side all the fuses and the connections from your module side if it is having a good supply.
So second thing you have to do is make sure that the fuel relay is active during the cranking time, because if it is not active, so meaning to say the ACAM will not give a respond to your fuel injector. So make sure that the fuel relay is active during the cranking time. So make sure the voltage is present on that supply. So how you will check? Of course, you have to use again the multimeter to check with your relay supply for your holding coil and the switch for your output voltage. So we're going to use the multimeter to check if we can get a supply. So I will try to powered up this relay if we can get the voltage. So as of now, as you can see, the relay is active. So now we're going to check if you can get the holding coil voltage. So as you can see, we have here voltage supply. So as you can see, we have the 24 volts, so meaning to say our relay is working. And you have to check, of course, the output for your NC and NO. So if you're using NO, so you have to check that. So we'll just take the negative and we will check if you can get the switching point of 25 volts and 25 volts. So you can see we have 25 volts from our normally open contact, because since this one is active, so the normally open is closed now, so it will switch the 24 volts to your fuel or whatever the supplies is going to your ECM. This is the main source from your ECM, so it will give you a power supply to the ECM. So third thing, you have to check that the fuel is present from your fuel filter. So this is your primary and this is your secondary filter. So make sure that the fuel is present from here, so you are assured that the fuel is present also to your fuel gallery. So it will waiting for the command for the injector, so it will give fueling if the ECM is active. So how to check that one? Just make sure to open the return valve to sure that the fuel is already have in your fuel gallery. So how to do it, that one, so I will show you. So next tips is in order to get the fuel from your fuel filter, so now you can use this fuel feed pump. Manually you can use this one in order to pump the fuel from your fuel filter going to your gallery. So you have to simply use this pump. Just do it like this manually in order to pump the fuel, so it will go into your fuel filter. So how we will know if it is filter is full and it is already you have in your system? So now you're going to open the return valve to sure that the fuel is already in your gallery. So we will take some tools to open this return. Okay, now in order to know the fuel, I mean if the fuel is already in your system, so it's your fuel gallery. So as I said, we need to open this return. So this is our fuel return, and also this side is our fuel return. So here we try to open to make it sure if there is fuel coming out from this valve. So we will check. So simply remove this. So as you can see, we have the fuel already, so meaning while you pumping this one over here, so we have already fuel from these two filter going to your system. So meaning fuel is already ready, and this one is already half. So we will make it sure also to the other side if the fuel is also reaching out from here. As you can see, fuel is reaching out from this side. As you can see, we have here the fuel spitting out from here. So meaning fuel is already in our system. So just try to close it back, and now it is ready to fired up. So since this one is we are troubleshooting how to make it resolve the hard starting. So next tips, if you are already finished of doing these things, remove the air from your system. So it is also causing you from the difficulties of your engine to start. So how you can remove the air? So just again pump this one manually, and we have the air inlet from here to remove the air pressure from your filter. So how you will do that? So just simply press this button from here, and I have that one in the videos also in my previous blog. Just release the air from here in order to remove the air from your fuel filter. So it's easy to engine to start up if it is purely fuel inside from your gallery. So I will show you that. Okay, so this is how we remove the fuel and the air from your filter. So just simply press this here for our air removal. So just press this one in order to remove the air. So you can see there is fuel comes out from this side. As you can see, that is fuel is comes out. There is no air, it's spitting out from this side. So meaning to say this one is no air at all. So that one is no need to do it again. So we just close it back, and now we'll just wipe out those fuel that's come out. So once you done already this process, so meaning to say that your fuel is already at a good conditions, there is no air. So after that you can start again your engine. So if the same scenario and still not running, so you are already finished, check the voltage, check the fuel from the engine galleries, the return, you check already if there is some fuel, so meaning there is already fuel, and you already check if there is still air from your fuel filter, so you remove that in order to fire up your engine but still not working. So next steps is you have to check the supply from your ECM. So that is the last options you are going to check in order to know that what are the status of your ECM, if in case if any supply or there is no supply is coming from your ECM. So meaning to say, if there is no supply, it will not fired up also. How we will check that one? Just simply use a multimeter again in order to check the voltage. So since this is electronic engine, so we are assuming that the generator is running, so we need to make it sure this one is at the close position so it can give supply to our ECM. So just put this one as like this, just make it sure that the contact is close so we can check now the voltage from our ECM. So where we can check that one, so over here we can see, so this one is from your ECM connection. So this is our G side from our ECM connection, so where we can get the connections from our ECM. So this one is 40 pin, so where we can check for our voltage supply for our ECM. So make it sure that all the voltage supply is there in order to fire up your engine. So simply remove from here, just like that, and again you have to use a multimeter. So if doing this process, you have to assure that you have to do your wiring diagram, check your wiring diagram correctly, double check the numbers and the connections where you can get your own wiring connections. So because since we are different manufacturer or different engines, so we have a different wiring connection, so you have to refer always to your wiring diagram in order to fix or to find the solutions for these types of problems. So we're going now to use a multimeter in order to check the voltage for our ECM. So I will just temporarily do like that so we can see if any voltage output from our side. So just so we will going to put the DC supply because our ECM is received from DC supply. So you have to check your wiring diagram before doing this. So since this one is familiar for me where we can get the power supply, so first thing is we need to check the positive supply from our connector. So positive supply, so we need to put this negative from here so we can get the positive output from our pin. So since I know the numbering from this, so I can check where I can find the positive supply. So over here, and we were going to check all of this pin if having a positive supply. For example, this one we can have the 25 supply, 25 volt DC, so meaning we have the positive supply is coming from our system. So just check all of it. Here we can get different voltage because we have different supply from here. So we'll find the full 24 volts from our system if you can get. So we have, so meaning to say that we have received the correct voltage from our ECM and we have a power supply from our ECM. So how you can check also from our negative supply, so we'll just simply put this positive to our battery positive supply and also take the negative supply from here. So we were going to check where if there is negative is coming also. So negative is here and we have a negative supply correctly from our system. So now we're going to put it back, so because we are already done checking for our last options for this kind of troubleshooting. So since battery supply is present, so meaning to say this one will power up our engine when we start in our controller. So if you are already done checking the voltage and everything for our steps, so you are already checked that one and still have an issues and still not firing up, this is the last and final options. So you have to use a diagnostic tools for your ECM, so you can check there what are the status of your ECM, if is there any faults or is there any problem at all with the configurations, if there any alarms. So there you can find and there you can reset it in this diagnostic tools, and you can use the computer in order to resolve your problem. So that is the last options if you can do that, if you have that tools to use it in the troubleshooting. So if you don't have, so that is the last options, you have to check the voltage from your ECM correctly if it is given the correct supply of your ECM. So that's it. So now we're going to check this generator if it will run if we are going to start this engine. Okay, so now we're going to start this generator and we will check if it is running correctly. Start.